Very exciting day today. We are opening up the entire Mix 1 2023 case of Matchbox. Well, not the entirety, because we're excluding the repeats from last year. But this will be all the new releases from the set, from the Mix, I should say. And Mix 1 is really good because I wanted every single one of them. And I found almost all of them, except for the hard body, which I had to have help from Diecast Car Guru. And as I'm looking at this is interesting. I could probably be the first one to notice this. I picked up one of these FedEx trucks from my friend Dave on Instagram, but there's a shade variation in the deco. Mine is purple with orange text, or well, purple and a lighter orange. His is more blue. You see that? Look at the orange. Wow. All right. The shade variation and the deco. That's interesting. I don't know what one's accurate. It looks like on the packaging it's supposed to be blue, but I'll keep my original purple one and he can have the darker one because that's just how it was previously. Yeah, very strange, very strange. All right, let's take a look though. FedEx livery is back. This is not the first time. There was one prior. I think it's a Ford van. Yeah, I think it was a Ford van that they had it on last time. This one is not licensed. This is a generic van, but still really cool to see FedEx delivery on it. I wonder, yeah, on this side it's the same. I don't know why it's like bubbled like that, but very, very interesting. Oh, what the heck? Is that the mirror? Is that... It's just a casting defect in the mold, but it looks like a mirror. Okay, I don't know what is going on with Matchbox right now, but here's your FedEx truck. So you got FedEx on the hood. You got your marker lights. You get FedEx.com on the door, and then US dot, and then there's your registration number, I assume. Whoa. What's that 15? It's just unit 15, I guess. There's your FedEx. Nothing on the rear that could easily be added. I like all the marker lights. Nice. This is awesome. Metal base, plastic body. Yeah, I'm still so bewildered at this. You know what it is? I think it's because, hold on. It might be the cases. Now, unless I mix them up, this one is from Mix 1, but his is from Mix 2. So is this almost like an unofficial recolor? That is very interesting. I think that's what it was. It might be the other way around if I mix them up, because that is a possibility. But I don't know what to tell you about that. This is a very strange, and they're drastically different too. But moving on to the C8 Corvette, which is one you guys know I normally don't collect because this casting is really weird. I like the moving parts one better, but I like this deco. This is the only basic version I have, but I really like this deco on it. The white with the black wheels and the trim. It's too perfect for me to pass up. So you got, there's your black stripe. There's your headlights, looking good. Your vet badge. Why does that kind of look like the E-Ray? I like the trim. Wait, is it supposed to be sealed like that? Oh, I guess so. I don't know why it was giving me like the E-Ray vibes. I like the trim on it though. No rear end details though, but that's okay. I never noticed. I used to have the blue one, but I got rid of it. I didn't notice that there was openings in the back there for the grills, the ventilations. There's your engine in the back. Really nice pearl white finish. That's a nice one. Oh my gosh. My Tomica opening stick is popping out. We're not doing any Tomica videos. Next, we have the National Parks Ford Ranger, or Bronco, excuse me, jeez. It would be nice to see the deco on a Ranger, but this is not a Ranger. Eco Management, setting aside there. Bronco. That looks really crisp in the front there. I really like the decal. Bronco. The headlights. The black trim, all of it. The side details here aren't so crisp. Unless they're supposed to look like that. Which they very much could be. They very much could. Like the little Bronco badge there. DIV2. It's like the US 403 or 402. Oh my gosh. National Parks Eco Management. You get part of the tail light. Yeah, part of the tail light. You get your National Parks trim down there, which is what the FJ had too. Jeez, I can't keep anything straight. Calling this the Ranger, and I called the FJ the Forerunner. No, it's a Bronco. National Parks. Same livery on both sides. Really nice livery. And I know Diecast Car Guru de-tampoed it, and it looked really clean. I love the color. Boom. That front is so crisp. I love that decal on the front. Next, the Nissan NV van. Casting I really like. We just don't get... I don't see why we should get plain decos. I would love plain decos. I made my own plain decos. Oh my god, there's no glue on the bottom there. But especially white, like a plain white would be really good because both of the white ones they've given us, like this one, have decals on them. But I like the shore. I like the ferry decals on this one specifically. And they do have a ferry boat playset, so if you get that one for your little one, make sure you get them the transport here too, the shuttle. Division of Matchbox Transport. Shore to shore. Yeah, I like the aquatic waves on the side here. I just wish it was... I don't know. This might be a reoccurring deco. I don't know. But I don't really like the yellow. I wish it was like a lighter blue or maybe... Well, I mean, if the body wasn't white, maybe it would be a white. Because it kind of looks like a New York State Trooper. You just got your marker lights. No front details, but... And you get the side of your tail lights, which they're starting to do on a lot of things now. Like this one too. They started with the Ford Explorer for the police livery, and then they've doing it everywhere. And also the green does not work for me either. This is a ferry. This is aquatic. Why do we have green on here? You don't go looking at algae. You want to see the water. Cool livery though. The colors don't make sense to me. Alright, now we have a little... Yeah, this is an official pair. But they're separate. So first we'll take a look at the trailer. Your Matchbox cycle trailer. And then we'll get the hard body, which the packaging is cut because this one is from Diecast Car Guru. And it was cut to fit in the packaging. So we'll put it on top of the, the FedEx truck. So these two are made to match each other. I don't know why they... Well, they probably could have put these two together in one of the hitch and haul sets, but I think they didn't because I don't know what props you would use with it. Because this is a new trailer. They didn't have this trailer back when the Hitchens Hall set was new. So they don't have any props for it. And they could have made new props. But I don't know. There's a lot of detail on that motorcycle, though. That's awesome. It's like your Harley chopper. And of course, the connections in the back here on the plate. Cycle runner, which is what the truck also says. Taillights look good. You got your little, like, I guess they're like rubber stops. And I'm sure there'd be a light on the inside here that would shine at the plate. And see, same decal that's on the truck there. The blue, red, white, and blue. Cool little trailer, though. And let's take a look at the hard body itself. See, it says Cycle Runner. We'll talk about this livery, too. It wasn't even hanging on. Oh, I threw that. So, this livery is based on the Desert Runner, right? The Nissan hardbody Desert Runner, which was a trim level. From what I could see on Google, they only had it in the two-door configurations. I think this is a door, if I'm not mistaken, because they didn't have that. It was literally just the cab ended at the door, and it was a short box, short cab, short box, and it said Desert Runner right here, where it says Cycle Runner. Same exact graphics, so I mean, of course, Nissan had to approve it, but I don't know why they couldn't do the Desert Runner. But Cycle Runner's a clever workaround. Nissan badge on the front there is done. You got your red hood, which is a characteristic of the actual Desert Runner. And then you got your red and white, or red and blue trim, which again is the characteristic of the Desert Runner. Taillights, all there. And now let's hitch it up and haul. Boom. Nice little pair. It's also dropping flashings everywhere. Nice little... What? Why are my wheels rubbing? Why is it doing that? Do these wheels not fit? They probably don't. I don't think these wheels are supposed to be on this casting, but I'm trying to see. Is that why? Is that what's rubbing? I don't know. Because this is the first time they've used these wheels on this casting, and to me it doesn't sound like they've... There's a lot of friction when it rolls. Yeah, look at that. The rear wheel's not even moving. Yeah, it is. There is flashing ever so slightly right there in the crack between the fender trim and the bed. There's a little flashing that is pushing this plastic fender in at the wheel, and it is getting stuck on those notches on the tread. Really interesting. I think it's also because these wheels are also a little too big, because I think the other ones they use are normally smaller. But yeah, interesting. I don't know, it's not like I'm playing with them or anything. Well, not just for the sake of the video. They will be in the case, so it doesn't... That doesn't matter. A lot of white. A lot of white. This the Bronco's the only one that isn't white. Oh gosh. A very colorful first mix, huh, Matchbox? Alright, but that leaves us the 3 new models. And, you know, debatably new, because the 4Runner here isn't technically a... The headlights aren't really good on there. Ah, what the heck. Whatever. Well, opening it. So the 4Runner here, what was I going to say? It's not technically a 2023 new model. It was supposed to come out in Mix 6 last year, and that shows on the Power Grabs boxes. It's on the packaging, but it never showed up in that mix. And you can see they removed the number on it. There's no number, so... And, you know, 2023s, or 2022s have the number, And 2023s have the number, but this doesn't. So what is this? It's not a 2022 and it's not a 2023, apparently. It's its own model from... I don't know, but let's open it up. Oh, maybe the headlights aren't all as bad as I thought. Awesome casting, though. It is small, and there is a reason for that. We'll get to that. But headlights look good. Fog lights, black trim. Nice painted on the grill. There's no texture there, but it's okay. This is a plastic insert from the interior. Toyota badge. These wheels work well on it, and they actually fit. So is this supposed to be an SR5? It doesn't say what trim level it is. Definitely not a TRD. 4Runner on the back here. Taillights look good, even though they're just half. Wow, from this angle, it kind of looks like the older 4Runner, like the 2nd gen. No, not the 2nd, the 3rd gen. Trim on the back here. Yeah, but the reason this one's so small... oh, actually, no, compared to the Hot Wheels one first. Let me grab it. The Hot Wheel is, of course, a TRD Pro, but that doesn't mean it should be bigger. Yeah, and the Hot Wheels one is also true 1/64 scale, even though the mirrors aren't. But, yeah. So it outsizes the Matchbox by a crap ton. But the reason the Matchbox one is so small is so it fits in scale with the older 4Runner. These two are actually in scale with each other. They are not true to scale by any means, but they are actually in scale with each other. So this is what they would look like together if you were to see them both in person. At least I think so. The new one seems smaller, and I don't like that. I don't think that's how it should be, but I don't know. People said that they're in scale with each other, some of the Matchbox folks. So, I mean, I took their word, but now that I have it in person, I do not think they're supposed to be... I don't think this one is supposed to be smaller than the older one. Moving on to the 2021 Koenigsegg Gamera. Not a car I'm too fond of, but the Matchbox one looks really good. And look at the Hot Wheels one for a shameless comparison. The only reason I decided to get the Hot Wheels one is because of the Matchbox one. And the Hot Wheels one it looks really bad to me. Here's the Hot Wheels one for reference. Looks really bad. And the fact that it's just a primer gray rather than this nice pastel on the... Or not pastel. This nice metal flake on the Matchbox one. Boom. That blows it out of the water. I mean, come on. Come on, you cannot say you like the Hot Wheels one better. Get that out. Move it. It's funny, they're both like constructed the same way. Yeah, your classic Koenigsegg front end. Like this, you look at that and you're like, that's a Koenigsegg. With those headlights, the badging. Got your screaming mouth. Got a wiper right up the middle there, which they didn't do it on the Hot Wheels one. Yellow interior. One massive door. Like this thing is a long car in real life, so this works. The door is pretty long too, longer than average. 5-spoke rims. So yes, this can fit 4 people in it, right? There's 2 seats in the back there. Yeah, it's a nice center console. So technically, well, there is no A-pillar. Well, yeah, there is an A-pillar. This would be the A-pillar. There's no B-pillar. So this is still technically a coupe. It's just A-pillar and somewhat of a B-pillar. So that's a coupe. So if it had some sort of protection in the middle here, then it could be a 2-door sedan, even if the whole thing opened up. But since there is no pillar there, I think this would be classified as a coupe. Taillights, not the most detailed, but they look a little more to scale than the Hot Wheels ones. Koenigsegg on the back of the spoiler there. I like all this trim on the back, if that's supposed to be carbon fiber. I like the little ghost decal on the back here. There's your engine in the back. And now let's compare the Hot Wheels one. Hot Wheels one is shorter. You can see that. They're both on the table. And the interiors are really similar, and they're yellow too. Oh my God, they could practically use the same interior. Yeah, I think I like the Matchbox one better. The Hot Wheels one looks fun. I do like the detail on the Hot Wheels taillights, but they are large. I like the proportions better on the Matchbox. They didn't get a back decal on the Hot Wheels one. For the front, ugh. Come on, Hot Wheels. Yeah, Matchbox better with all metal front end rather than the lip being plastic. I mean, this is plastic, but that's fine because there is supposed to be a division there. Headlights are about the same. A little more white on the Matchbox. Yeah, I like everything better about the Matchbox one. The color, the proportions, the wheels, of course. What do you guys think? One more, though. The star of the show. The one that is vastly different than any other model. This is one I do not have anything to compare to. The Rivian. And I just have to check. Alright, so that badging is pink on all of them. The badging on the side there. It's interesting why it's pink, but might be some sort of contamination with the decal. This one's got a really weird roof design for a Matchbox, and we'll get to that. But oh yeah, this one's metal flake too. I really couldn't notice until I got it out of the package. See, that's why you open your models. I thought it was like a pastel. Is that a chip on the front? Wow. I just took it out. Yeah, I just took it out of the package. That sucks. Not too bad. You got your LEDs in the front here. I don't know exactly how the front end of these things are set up. This also looks like a Silverado front end, just without the other headlight. I don't know. Are these the headlights? The running lights? What is going on here with the front? I don't know much about the Rivian to really comment much on that. The badging, it's supposed to be silver, but it looks kind of pink. I like the tinted off-road tires on this one. The blue is just beautiful. And you get the trim is all the way around on this one. Rivian, now that's silver. Love the bar tail light. And it's funny, it looks like there should be exhaust here. There isn't. Look at that. The battery or the motor. I don't know what I'm looking at. And then, oh, you do get your pillar details. So this one has all the way around details, and so did, no, the Koenigsegg didn't. The 4Runner doesn't, so that's interesting. The roof here is really interesting to me, though. I want to see one of these get drilled apart because the A-pillar here is part of the window. So, I mean, this will be all empty. This whole front end will be empty once you drill it apart. Then also, the cross beam here is part of the window too. So not only will the front be open, but the back will be open too. So it's just going to have this little plateau. It's going to look like it has a hat. If you take the window out, that looks so weird. I want to see one of these drilled now. I like this kind of bed better. Where, I don't know, the hard body's like that too. What? I was trying to find something that isn't like this. You know, where they have the little notch rather than just, I like it when it's smooth. This is an awesome casting. All three of these are. Mix 1 is brilliant. And I almost have Mix 2, so we'll get that one soon. From what I've heard and what it seems like is happening, these mixes are coming out fast. And I think that's because there's 12 this year. Yeah. And that's why there isn't much new content in this one, or in the next case, there isn't much new content. Compared to some of the cases last year, there isn't much new content. But this is still a decent amount. And yeah, so I found all these at Family Dollar except for the Cycle Runner here. So if you still need them, check your Family Dollars. It might be a little late now, but it won't hurt, I guess, unless you run out of gas. But thank you all for watching. Let me know what new model in this first mix is your favorite. Did you get them all? Or did you only get one? Thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.